If you juggle multiple roles, you've probably given up on building a routine that works for your personal life. You don't need another fancy planner or another 5 a.m. challenge or another aesthetic morning routine. As a systems analyst, I realized most routines out there were never designed to survive your actual life. So, if you're juggling work, parenting, schooling, you're a content creator, building something on the side, but keep giving up on your routines, you're not the problem. You are not, because I spent years asking myself, why can't I just be consistent? When everywhere on social media, everyone seems to have it all together. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you a fail-safe routine method that make even your busiest days feel consistent. Hi, my name is Dupe, a systems analyst and a mom of a toddler living in Canada. And here we design the life we want using sustainable systems for our time, habits, and decisions. This is a new channel I'm trying to grow, so welcome to Systems Based Life. And please help me subscribe to this channel. Let's make history together. I have one of those Sunday night bursts of motivation and decide, okay, this week is going to be different. I'm going to wake up earlier, plan my day, eat better, do this and that, have a perfect routine. Honestly, that routine would work perfectly if you only had one job, no kids, no side projects, no side hustle, or maybe no parents. Otherwise, you won't be asking yourself, why can't I just be consistent? Guys, see, I want you to know nothing is wrong with your character. Your routines just weren't designed for the load that you are carrying. And this is why normal routines don't work for multiple heart people. See, most routine advice assumes you only have one main role. But when you're someone who have multiple responsibilities, you are dealing and living with a lot. Number one, constant context switching. And that's you moving from work mode to parent mode to manager mode to friend mode to daughter mode. I'm in my content creator mode right now and switching to parent mode. Papa, okay? That's the reality. Is the context switching for me just when I was talking about context switching? Where was I? I don't know. Okay, number two, you experience unpredictable interruptions almost every single day. Calls coming in left, right, and center. You are running errands, emotional emergencies because you are someone's emergency number and also somebody's therapist. And number three, you are carrying invisible labor because you're always planning. You are the one remembering things, organizing things, and doing so much more for everyone else. And in that reality, three common approaches fall apart, and I want us to look at them based on time and energy requirements. Looks like we are going to be working together. So the first one here is the new life on Monday reset. You're trying to change everything at once. Meanwhile, it is time consuming and mentally exhausting. So time here is high and energy here is high. Now we have the aesthetic complicated routine, and it looks so great on social media, guys. I love watching these routines. They are satisfying and very aspirational, but to be honest, they take a lot of time, right? Anyway, the real issue is consistent energy because in our real world, a single bad night can break the whole thing. Because one child may decide they are having issue with sleep and the rest of the house must suffer for it. And that just makes the whole routine very hard to sustain. The next one here is the try harder approach. Now, this one is literally everyone's default mode and it doesn't necessarily take structured time, but it drains your energy because you are just trying hard every single time. Oh, guys, come closer. Willpower never works. It never does. Okay, guys, none of the three common approaches respect what it's like to be the person everyone else and everything depends on. So, what do you need to do instead? If you're juggling multiple rules, your routines have to follow different rules entirely. For instance, they need to take up less time than you think, and you must have a built-in busy mode so they don't turn into just don't fly away like turn into ghosts that you will not be looking for left, right, and center. Then your routines must be anchored or attached to things that you're already doing in your day that you enjoy doing. Then you must always have a weekly reality check so you know what works, what's not working, and you can adjust accordingly. Now, that is the logic behind what I call a fail safe routine. So what is a fail-safe routine? Before I go ahead, if you need this system, I'm going to put the link in the description for you to download it. So a fail-safe routine is that routine that shrinks but never fully dies, even on your busiest and chaotic days. So, step number one, you need to define the minimum version of your ideal anything you want to start doing. Like you want to start doing this, then create a proper routine for it, and then create a minimal version of that routine. For instance, your ideal workout will be like 45 minutes gym session, and your minimum version will be like maybe 5 minutes of stretching and 10 minutes of walking after dinner. Then you may want to anchor it with something that you already do. So maybe attach your 10 minutes walk with a podcast that you listen to on the go. Another example, maybe your ideal planning session takes about 20 minutes to do. Maybe the minimum version will be to just write 3 bullet points in your notes app. So maybe your ideal nighttime routine is a full skincare, then you read book, then house reset. The minimal version may be like brush your teeth, put your phone in another room to charge, and just clear one surface area, then go to bed. So at this point, it becomes your rule and you only hold yourself this minimum. Step number two, you need to pre-decide your busy days rule. And the worst time to decide what to do is in the middle of a chaos. So you pre-decide how your routine behaves when certain things happen. For instance, if I sleep less than 6 hours, I automatically switch to minimum morning routine mode. If work spills into the evening, I skip the gym, but still do a 10-minute walk after dinner. If the kids are sick, I don't do the full night reset, I just clear the kitchen counter. Things like that. Now, instead of, oh my God, I failed my routine, you simply just follow the busy day version of your routine. So, step number three is to anchor your routines to real life, not ideal time. So, multi-app people pretty much knows this. 6 a.m. is not always 6 a.m. So, instead of saying I'll journal at 7 a.m. in the morning, you attach this habit to anchors that already happens no matter what. For example, if you always make coffee in the morning, then say, after I make my coffee, I will journal. After I drop the kids off at school, I'll work on my one non-negotiable task of the day. After dinner, I do 5 minutes of movement or a quick walk. After I put my phone to charge at night, I read one page of a book. Simple. So this anchor survives schedule changes like late nights, surprise responsibilities, like way better than fixed times. Step number four is your 10-minute weekly reality check. So once a week, you must have a quick check-in with yourself. This is not to beat yourself up or anything, but just to adjust your system. And I recommend you set this as an appointment on your calendar so that it becomes non-negotiable. I do mine every Sunday like 7 p.m. So the thing you want to be asking is what actually happened this week? When did my routines fall apart? How can I make the minimum version even easier or maybe anchor it better? The thing is, you're not trying to become a different person overnight. You're slowly building routines around the real version of you and your current reality. You just keep on making tiny adjustments, like maybe you're tuning like a radio to get a perfect signal. And over time, those small adjustments become a routine that actually fits your life, not someone else's template. Okay, let's go back to the table. For this fail safe routine, the time that you need for it is low and the energy it requires to execute is also low. So this wins. So when you start doing this, your identity quietly starts to shift. You stop thinking, I'm the person who can stay consistent just because you never really shut down. So on a normal good day, you do the full version. On every days, you do the minimum version so that in both cases, you showed up for yourself. And for people juggling a lot, that is the win. We become the kind of person who keep some level of care for ourselves, even while taking care of everything else and everyone else. So here is an action plan for you. I want you to pick one routine you've been giving up on. Maybe it's movement, maybe planning, maybe it's bedtime or something. Just write down your ideal version of that routine. Then write down your tiny minimal version of the routine. To help you, I created a template for all of this and make sure that you download it in the description. Now decide on your busy day rule. If X happens, I switch to the minimum. Then choose one anchor. After I do this like existing habits, I'm going to do these new habits. And that is it. That is your simple fail-safe routine. And guys, I want you to drop that routines that you've been giving up on in the comments. I want to read from you. Tell me your ideal version of that routine and the minimum version that you are creating. And just to spice it up, add your busy day rule and your anchor. I'd love to see what you're juggling and cheer you on. And if you want more systems that are built for people who wear many hats, that have a lot of responsibilities, juggling a lot, not just people that have perfect schedules, guys, hit the subscribe button because that is the whole point of this channel. Anyway, if you found value in this video, let me know in the comment section. Make sure that you like this video and also subscribe. Again, subscribe. My name is Dupe and this is Systems Based Life. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'm going to see you all in another one. Bye, guys.